We continue to observe Ramadan throughout world and here in Istanbul, Turkey. This time from my kitchen, I'm sharing a delicious stew balanced with veggies, köfte and beans, and a dessert that doesn't have any eggs or oil. A great menu to share with your family and friends the whole year. Köfteli nohutlu patlıcan güveç. Eggplant köfte stew with chickpeas. First I'm going to prepare my eggplants. I partially peel the eggplants, cut into 4 and then into cubes. I'm gonna soak them in salty water. It will help to take out the bitter juice from the eggplants. To make the köfte, I'm using my food processor. If you don't have, you can just grate the onions and then mix other ingredients. I roughly cut an onion, added 2 cloves of garlic and about 1/3 of a cup breadcrumbs. Process everything well. Add 400-500 grams ground beef, about tablespoon tomato paste, black pepper, salt to taste, and process again. If your meat doesn't have much fat, you can drizzle some olive oil and process again. I wanted to knead the mixture a bit by hand and added some water to soften the mixture until I can easily shape them into balls. While shaping, you can dip your hands into water so it doesn't stick to your hand. I soaked the eggplants for about an hour. If you don't have time, just do it for 15 minutes, half an hour. Drain them well and pat dry. Now you have a couple of options to bake your eggplants. You can deep fry for a couple of minutes, coat with some oil and salt and bake in the oven, or saute in an olive oil until it is halfway cooked, which I usually do. But this time I'm gonna use my air fryer. I'm baking in air fry settings for about 10 minutes in 190 Celsius degree. While they are frying, I'm gonna begin to saute my other veggies. Heating up my white cast iron pan. You can use a stainless steel, but if you want to put your dish into the oven, these pans are handy. You can cook on stove top and then continue to bake, or cook completely on stove top. On halfway, I shake the eggplants and drizzle a bit more olive oil and continue to bake. Back to my pan, adding about a tablespoon tomato paste, roughly chopped couple of cloves of garlic, and about half cup tomato puree. If you are in the season, you can use fresh tomatoes. My eggplants are nicely softened and has some nice caramelized color, ready to meet with my base. Next I'm gonna pre-fry my köftes. Again, if you don't have or don't want to use, just simply fry the köftes in a big pan in some olive oil. Again, I used 10 minutes and 190 Celsius degree settings in air fryer. Over the eggplants, I am adding my cooked chickpeas from the freezer and season it with some salt, black pepper, and if you want you can also add paprika. To have ready frozen chickpeas are really handy. I use them for soups, when I make rice pilau with chicken, which is another beautiful recipe from my archive. So I would recommend you to have them in the freezer. My köftes looks delicious. It is just for the browning. They're gonna continue to cook. Just pour over the eggplants and chickpeas, and don't forget the beautiful excess fat. I added enough hot water to cover my stew halfway and continue to cook simmering on low for about 20 more minutes. And after resting for 10 minutes, my eggplant stew with köfte and chickpeas ready. On the menu I also have rice with vermicelli pasta, lettuce salad with red and orange carrots, and semolina cake dessert şam balı tatlısı. Let me quickly give you the recipe of the dessert as well. To my mixing bowl I added 1 plus 3/4 of a cup semolina, half a teaspoon baking soda, 1/3 of a cup flour, and 1 cup plain yogurt. And there is also 1 cup sugar. I'm just gonna add now, which I forgot to add before I mix everything. Here we go. And give it a nice mix. It's gonna be kind of in a wet sand consistency. If your yogurt is too thick, you can add some of the watery parts. We are looking for a consistency you can spread. Cover and let it rest for about 45 minutes. For the syrup, boil 2 cups of water and 2 cups of granulated sugar and the drops of lemon juice. Continue to boil on medium for 10 minutes. Turn off the heat and let it cool down. Grace medium-sized baking dish. Sprinkle some semolina. And I'm gonna transfer the mixture and spread it evenly. In my bowl I have a little bit of water and grape molasses. I'm dipping my hand and spread the mixture to the pan. This is optional but helps to create more golden color on top when it is baked. You can use your offset spatula. As you can see, the mixture is very thick, and to be able to place my peanuts evenly, I mark the mixture with knife and place either peanut or almond halves. Bake the semolina cake in preheated 180 Celsius degree oven until golden color for about 30 minutes. Cut the dessert from the marks, cool down for 5 minutes and pour the syrup over it. If you can wait, the dessert will be better the next day, but it's okay after 1-2 hours to serve as well. So my friends, I hope you give this menu a try. Very simple and delicious. If you enjoyed watching the video, you can support me just by commenting, sharing and liking my videos. Stay tuned for more Ramadan menu or dinner ideas and travel vlogs from Istanbul and Turkey. Afiyet olsun.